Okay, I would like to further support my partner's claims by adding that affirmative action actually strengthens racial discrimination. In a book written by Johanne Rave, she states that affirmative action promotes racial antagonism and perpetuates the existing racial divisions in society as it based on perpetuating racial discrimination. And affirmative action may cause more racial antagonism and polarization than racial harmony. But if positive steps are not taken to improve the position of black people, then there will in any event be no possibility of integration and accepting each other as equals. Basically, if affirmative action gets brought back in, then California could never actually fully be equal, because there will always be this law that clearly shows that there's no race, or that they're using sex or gender. They're using gender, race, or ethnicity to help you get through school. Also, racial discrimination is not only directed towards minorities. A case in the University of California at Davis happened in 1972. A white man named Alan Bake had applied for admission to the medical school of the University of California at Davis and been rejected. And then another year later, he applied again and was once more denied admission. And upon learning that 16 of the 100 places in the class had been reserved each year for minority applicants, Bake, whose academic record and test scores were better than those of nearly every admitted minority student, sued the medical school charging racial discrimination. This case clearly demonstrates that affirmative action protects one's ability to excel in the higher education that they deserve, or reject. Also, affirmative action takes away more qualified students from getting a higher education. In Michigan, they were forced to revamp its admissions procedures because in 1998 the school introduced a new system under which applicants would be evaluated on a single 150-point scale. However, blacks and Hispanics would be automatically awarded an extra 20 points. Both sets of admissions procedures, the old and the new, were the target of the suit brought in 1997 by Jennifer Gratz and Patrick Hamacher, two white applicants who had been rejected by the Ann Arbor campus in favor, they argued, or less qualified minority students. Also, my opponent, Kim, stated that we should allow affirmative action so that the minority can have an equal chance. And actually, affirmative action is not like equal opportunity. There was an advertisement that said New York University is an affirmative action / equal opportunity institution, which in fact, this is a false advertisement because the two are not the same. Equal opportunity is just as it sounds, where everybody has an equal opportunity in a particular subject or in a particular subject. But affirmative action, on the other hand, is not giving everyone an equal opportunity. It gives the minority upper hand on things, and that certainly does not have equality. Affirmative action also changes changing the standards with affirmative action will break equality. Jason Riley wrote that the court overturned the admissions procedures of the University of Texas Law School, which had systematically applied lower standards to black and Hispanic candidates than to whites. Such disparate treatment was a gross violation of the 14th Amendment's guarantee of equal protection of the laws. Basically, if affirmative action is allowed, then will it break any laws? Like, will it actually, depending on how they state it, will it break the 14th Amendment? And then will they have to correct other amendments or other laws just to invite this one in. And also, affirmative action will ruin the progress that equality, or that we have on equality right now, because Harvey G stated that Japanese Americans and other Asian Americans are ascending to an honorary white status, which is basically saying that there are minorities that are actually already becoming equal with whites in the, like out in the world, so that if we were to bring affirmative action in, then it would just lower that progress that we've had. Affirmative action also creates stereotypes on whites and minorities. The governor, or Wilson, which was an ex-governor, no, I think ex-governor of California, say that not every white person is advantaged, and not every minority is disadvantaged. People get the image in their head that every white person is automatically well off, and that the minority is always in a bad position. Well, if you keep the ban on affirmative action, it'll prevent this stereotype, because everyone will still have an equal chance. There was Tony Cohen, which is an editor for Diverse, which is issues in higher education. It shows that minorities don't need an extra law to help them get through life, because Obama's election, for example, it was a historic turning point, especially it seems for affirmative action opponents who vowed to step up their efforts to dismantle race-conscious outreach programs. And the election of a black man to the White House is a momentous milestone that proves that race is no longer a factor in today's society. So if we bring back affirmative action, then it'll just bring back the race factor. And also
all right, you're over time, so I'm going to cut you off anyway.